Hello, I'm Mr. Orr, and we are talking in our algebra course about adding and subtracting polynomials. And I've written two up here. These are slightly different, and I want to show you the difference. We're going to do this one first, and this is really just combining like terms. The parentheses are not necessary because this is a plus, so these signs would not change if the parentheses were gone. So I'm going to take them away, making the problem a little more comfortable to solve, perhaps. Now what I have to go through is simply match up like terms. So here I have a negative 3x squared combined with a positive 1x squared. That's negative 2x squared. I'm going to cross those off because I don't want to forget that I've used them already. Now I'm going to go to x's, and I'm going to do, I have here I'll use triangles this time. I have a plus 2x and a plus 4x, and that gives me plus 6x. And then over here, I'll use squares. Minus 8 minus 12 is minus 20. There's your answer. Notice what I did with the exponents here. Decreasing order from x squared to x to the first to, in fact, x to the 0 power, because that would be 1, and so we don't need it. All right. That's the easy kind because we had a plus between the parentheses. The harder kind, a little bit harder, not much, is this one here because we have a minus sign here. These parentheses I don't need, but these are critical. In this case, because this is telling me that this negative sign has to distribute to everything inside. It's as if there was a negative 1 out here. So I have 3x cubed minus 5x plus x squared. Now, minus a minus is a plus 8x squared, and minus a plus is a minus 3x cubed. That's the trick. So, not much of a trick. 3x cubed and minus 3x cubed cancel. Here I'm going to put the x squareds together and move them to the front because that's now the highest exponent. So I have 9x squared minus 5x. And that's all there is to it. You're finished. The only complication with these is that you might end up with more terms. And the processes are still exactly the same, so I don't think we need to go through those. What I do want to do is simply mention in this video that polynomials can be classified by either the degree of the polynomial or by the number of terms, or by both, in fact. So just take a quick look here. If I have 3x to the fourth plus 2x minus 1, the degree of this polynomial is 4 because that's the degree of the highest exponent for a variable. If I had 7x to the sixth, y to the fifth, minus 2x to the third, y to the seventh, the degree of the polynomial is 7. That's the highest exponent of a variable. Okay, that's degrees. Now, in terms of number of terms, no pun intended, here we have a monomial, or monomial, would be something like 8x, or 3, or 5x squared y. These are all monomials because they are each one term. Remember, terms are separated by plus and minus signs. There are no plus and minus signs here, so these each represent a single term. Okay, a binomial would be, for example, 8x plus 2, or 5x squared minus 3x. Two terms, doesn't matter what the degree is, but this, in fact, if you wanted to classify it both ways, would be degree 2, and it would be a binomial. These, by the way, are all polynomials. Poly meaning many, but in fact, in this case, many can be 1. All right. A trinomial then would have 3 terms, and after trinomial we tend to just call them polynomials. Now there's one more thing that you should know, and that is degree 0 is a constant. And the way to remember that, I think, is, for example, the number 6 is a constant. Well, why degree 0? Because that's actually 6 to the first power. But the variable in it, if you think in this sense, has an exponent of 0 because it's not there. X to the 0, except if x was 0, would be 1. And so a 1 I don't need to multiply by 6. So this is a constant, and it is degree 0. Degree 1 is linear. For example, y equals 2x plus 3. That's a linear equation. Notice the highest exponent degree is 1. All right? Degree 2 would be, for example, y equals x squared plus 3x minus 6. This is degree 2, and this is called a quadrilateral. Don't ask me why, because quad means 4, but this is a degree of 2. Degree of 3, as in y equals x to the third plus 6x squared minus 9x plus 4, for example. Degree 3, this is called a trinomial. Then we would have, degree 3, trinomial refers again to the number of terms, my mistake. This would be a cubic, degree 3. Degree 4, if I had a fourth power, it would be a quartic, and degree 5 would be a quintic, and after that, we tend simply to refer to degree 6, degree 7, etc. All right, that concludes this video. The next one, we will be doing the FOIL process. Actually, we will not. Yes, wait a minute. I will tell you in a moment what we're going to be doing. No, the next one we're going to be multiplying polynomials by monomials, and then we do factoring, so we have 2 videos coming up. Thank you.